My name's Daniel Birch. I'm a director. I just came over from the United States 2.5 months ago, 72 days. And what I am really into these days is London. And it's come to my attention. This is about the 8th city I've worked in with the firm. Sorry, am I out of frame? I'm a sitter. It's about the 8th city I've worked in, and often the people who live and work around that city have never really done all the stuff there is to do. So I've already been through the Michelin Guide. I have a list, because people who know me know everything ends up on a list in a spreadsheet, of 120 things that I'm trying to do in and around London. And I've done 65 of them. That's weekends. So I'd just be curious to see from a show of hands, and I'm assuming many of you have lived in the London area for a while, and I could be completely wrong with that. Here's some of the more interesting things I've done, and it's always my experience. New Yorkers, right? It's been 20 years since they went to the top of the Empire State Building, and most of them have never been to the Bronx Zoo. People in San Francisco maybe drove across the Golden Gate Bridge once, and maybe took their cousins to Alcatraz 15 years ago. So no matter where you are, people tend to. Climbed the 527 steps to the top of the Dome in St. Paul's. Okay. Done the 311 steps at the top of the monument. Okay. Lesson learned for me, don't do those two things back to back. Taking a ferry boat to see the Thames Barrier. Toured the Houses of Parliament. You can only do it during Saturdays during the summer. I did that this past Saturday. I've gone to the British Museum and actually handled a 250-year-old coin. Have gone to the Twinings tea shop on the Strand, the original Twinings tea shop, and had tea. Bought tea. Okay. I've had a drink at the American Bar at the Savoy Hotel. Okay. By the way, do you know that have you ever noticed that the driveway into the Savoy Hotel, it's the only street in England where you drive on the right? The cabs have to cross over each other to get in. I've been to the Princess of Wales greenhouse at the Kew Gardens. One of the most beautiful conservatories I've ever seen. How many people here have noticed the Westboro River crossing the platforms at the tube station at Sloane Square? Go to if you ever go to the Sloane Square station. You know, cities tend to build over rivers and streams, right? You tend to have the big one left, and like the Thames probably had 50 or so little tributaries and where they would go. At one end of the tube station, Sloane Square, if you look up, there's an iron pipe about 2 meters in diameter that crosses above you. That is the Westboro River flowing through. How about the London Stone? Does anyone even know what the London Stone is? It's considered the oldest Roman relic in London. It's this green stone about the size of a toaster, so it kind of looks like the Flintstones toaster. And it's stuck in the wall of a bank building on Cannon Street. It's like 110 Cannon Street or something. It's just stuck there with a little plaque. So anyway, the list goes on. So what I guess I'm trying to encourage everyone to do is, you live and work in what is arguably the most interesting city in the world. More people come to visit this city than any other city on the planet. And I know because they all seem to be between me and the office when I'm from work. Just take advantage, explore. You are in walking distance or easy tube distance to at least 120 really, really interesting things. And so that's what I'm spending my weekends exploring and evenings. That's what I think.